click that, click that. Oh, let's let the camera figure out what lighting it is. Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Mudcat, and this evening and I say we because I also have a voice in my head, which I'm going to click the button to unmute now. So myself and Tsubasa will be looking at our old Railroads Online map, redoing all the old set track, potentially changing it depending on how we feel, but just having a look at it, sorting it, trying to neaten it up, get it put down with the new splines, and then we can run new choo-choos. Also, hello, welcome on in, Seba. Thank you very much for that resubscription there. Thank you. 13 months. Wow. I've been doing this 13 months at least. Wow. Shock. Good evening, Kuro. Good evening. Welcome in, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well and has had a good day so far. So, without further ado, I'm going to click into the game so you can see the literal train wreck. Oh, that's not full screen. Transform, stretch the screen. Yay, there you go. Now you can see the train wreck that I'm looking at. The quite literal train wreck that I am looking at. I'm just having a quick look. No, it doesn't render the map, the Railroads Online map on. Okay. I've got that map, but that's that. What was it? F1 for? Yeah, F1 for that one. So I have a separate map for Railroads Online Extended, which gives me a little bit more functionality over things. What I'm going to do quickly is, because I know there's a bit of a stability issue with this, is I'm going to place down all the teleportation offices. Sorry, what are they called again? Telegraph offices, that's it. Not teleportation.
Not telegram.
Telegraph offices. So one thing they put into the base game is these offices here, which allow you to teleport around the map by going into them and effectively, ringing the other place, and ta-da, you go there. It's basically just a way of allowing players to get around the map quickly and sort things out without having to use third-party stuff, which is kind of handy. So I don't even think you need to use the table. I think you just step inside and look at the map, don't you? And then I could hop over to where Tsubasa is.
You don't even have to go into the building itself. You literally just open the map and the T icon on the map. That will take you to the relevant telegraph that you clicked on.
Yep. So yeah, 13 months. Wow. Honestly, did not think I'd been. It doesn't feel that long, but I honestly can't remember when I started. Start getting an office. Dial up your destination. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's not even dial up. It's Morse. But also, welcome in, Jay. Welcome.
I think you've been doing this for much longer than 13 months. I think it's just literally your number one fan has been your fan for 13 months.
Right, how do I teleport? But yes, there is that. That doesn't work either. I don't think. The teleport. Yeah, I can't teleport.
Teleport?
No, because it's something. Right. Oh great! I've lost the map. Right. Okay.
Oh, push F1 again.
Right. Teleport here. I click teleport here. Nothing happens. I'm still at the same place. I cannot teleport. I've had this with doing it with Tachikoma, who were mucking around on his. The client cannot teleport in Railroads Online Extended. I don't know if it's because they've put in the offices. So you're going to need to quickly hop around and chuck offices at all the right places for us to be able to teleport.
Alright, I'll do that eventually.
Also, yeah, the wagons are acting very... Oh yeah, I see that the loads are popping in and out of existence on them. Okay. So to clarify some other things as well on this one, for ease of rebuilding, we have loaded the map with no trees whatsoever, which is why it looks so barren and bare. The aim is to basically try and rebuild the world that we had before, but make it easier without all the trees. And then we will tell the game to load all the trees back in, and then we have to go along the tracks and chop them all down. But it's basically, we didn't really want to waste all the time that we'd spent on this prior. But I'm looking at this and I'm like, holy I might go do something here. Oh, wait, I can't. Hang on. If you can pop one down... I suppose let's have a look at the logging camp. I'll have a go, see what I can do at the logging camp.
Alright, give me a second. Right.
But yeah, a lot of the stuff we had set up, there's like literally all very wobbly track, like you can sort of see here. It's not at all straight. The new way of laying track is a lot better, but we have to lift, destroy, and replace. And also, some of these grades we did at 0.25 degree of incline, that doesn't exist anymore. So we have to hope if we put between 2 points and put something down, it's not too crazy. But on the plus side, there are more locals for us to play with, so... Oh, we don't need to do these anymore. The weird buffer stop thing is because we actually have buffer stops.
Yeah, if you go to the freight depot, just hit respawn. You can see one that I prepared earlier.
I hit respawn. Oh, no, you got to press and hold. Ah. Nice little trick they put there. I was like, I hit respawn, nothing's happening. And then, ooh. But yeah, so I was mucking around in Valheim early with Ragnarok. We were exploring the map. And then we came across the swampland and died repeatedly. Many, many times. But we have progressed. Our little hut has been built more. Hey-ho!
Hey. Just for sanity's sake, go into your Railroads Extended, click on your player icon, hit cheats, and then enable fast running. Because on Railroads is a very slow man.
Where? Hang on. Oh, that's flying. Fast sprint. Yay.
Medium is fine, but fast is, you know.
Follow. Does that follow on this map? No, it doesn't. Huzzah.
Should follow you.
No, not if I do it on the browser, and then I've got to do it in game as well. No, medium's fine for me. That's fine. Ah, I see what you've done here. Very nice.
So we now have some nice loading platforms.
Yep. Sorry, I just need to hop back to high. Oh, for crying out! Railroad, stop that! It keeps putting extended over my chat screen, and I can't see what the hell I'm doing. But yeah, I see what you've done here. Very nice. So this is actually part of the new update, which is for has more bridges or bridge styles in. Oh god, this running is going to take a bit to get used to. So this is actually a bridge that has been put down here, but it looks very good for a loading platform. So have you relayed all the track here?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything here is new.
Ooh. Oh, we even got the turntable in.
That was a little squeeze to fit in, but it's in now.
Yep,
And
yep.
New bumpers.
Yep.
With ground effect.
Yep, I do wish that they came with ground effect as standard. I don't know why they don't, but ho-hum.
It's just early access things.
Yeah.
There's a slight change to the track layout just for sanity reasons.
Yeah. I mean,
basically, the yard, the spawn yard, comes in here now instead of halfway down the track.
Yeah. I mean, it's the kind of thing, when I was mucking around in my own little world, I simplified the shite out of a lot of things, and I was kind of determined not to have, like, dual track if we didn't need it, so it was going to be one line out to the sawmill, because you don't need double line track all the way and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. And rebuilt the twin sand houses and actually lined them up so they actually look like one whole building.
Ooh, shinies.
And then the little wood depot and that's that. So there's that. Next up that I've worked on is the oil field.
Oh,
But
I was thinking of working in sort of order that you start them, if you will. But yeah, I mean,
uh,
you work what you want to work because I'm going to go and work at the
yeah,
Doobury Diggy. But yeah, we can
I,
have a look at that.
I basically just started with the stuff that was on like nice flat ground first,
Oh, I see, I see, I see.
because then I didn't have to fart about with doing actual gradients on
Yeah.
laying the track and everything.
Well, let's have a look at the ironworks then, because I can teleport there.
Yeah,
So that's the in-game teleport.
it's
So,
all the work
I
in
actually
progress.
like because I had a brief look over on the map. Oh wait, it just crashed. Fuck's sakes! I can't use Railroad Online Extended with it. It does not like going through.
It might be the actual game itself, because yeah, again, it's something about the re-rail tool bug.
Hmm.
It's a it's an early access thing.
Yep. We'll keep going. I'll keep trying. I'm just gonna go back to that screen whilst I do this. Just so you got something slightly more interesting to look at. Oh no, I don't want to start a world. No, go back. Find the server is what I'm after. But if it keeps crashing through, I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably just have to. Because I've had a few crash instances with Tachi, but I found if I turn off Railroads Extended, I don't have that issue as much. It just needs everything to have a telegraph office to get around. Because I'm going to be going around at bog standard speed.
Yep, that's fine. I'm just plumbing stuff in now for you.
Okie dokie. Ta. Why are you not going? Go. So hopefully we'll get slightly more stability. But again, it is early access. It has been through a few ups and downs, more of a roller coaster than a railroad, but I'm hoping that with the partnership they've got going, keep things going straight. I mean, since that partnership, they've done the splines update, they've released many new locos, they've put these telegraph offices in place. You know, they seem to have helped the dev do things. Even if it was the case that they ended up getting rid of Heiss's music in there. Sad face. Ow.
Smelter, log camp.
Still got a black screen, so don't worry, folks. I'm just waiting for it to load. Doobie-doo-doo. Doobie-doo-doo. Again, early access games take an age.
But yeah, it's definitely
A little bit saber. It's. I don't know. I must have sat funny whilst gaming earlier, and it's just sore. Sorry, you were saying?
this is definitely a bit of a pain because of the one of the previous updates changed all the wagon models, and that's why they're all derailed and exploded everywhere. I mean, half the time I've spent has just been cleaning them up or moving them away just to work on the area. But the updates to the game have been a little more regular than usual, and for the most part have been okay. But this game definitely has had a turbulent past, and it didn't have to. But at least it's a playable game, which is better than some early access things that have never really left early access.
7 Days to Die, still in alpha. It's got to the point now that I swear that's the game's name is 7 Days to Die Alpha. I haven't played that in a while, actually. It's one of those where I kind of like going back to it, like in years gone, just so I can see what's changed. But I shouldn't brag too much because I know that game development can be a long process, especially if you're one person or a very small group of people doing it. And if you've got lofty ambitions, it just makes it worse. I mean, single people have managed to make games relatively quickly, but they've been relatively simple games. Whereas other games, they just seem to constantly be early access, and I don't know. But there also seems to be a push at times to get out of early access, and some games should never have left early access. A lot of the things that I read about Warhammer 40k, watch me do, Brit, people sort of do not think it should have ever left early access. But it got pushed into full release because they needed to release it. Where am I? I'm here. Okay, let's have a look at this train wreck. Woohoo! Do we have locos in here? Of course we do. But they look like they're on rails. So the sheds, do they need replacing?
I've replaced sheds anyway, just because I needed to link tracks to them and.
Oh, good point.
So, you should be fine for driving on
the latest one. That it was it the first-person shooter thingy. Sorry.
Everything should be fine for driving onto the old splines. The switches will derail you if you go through them the wrong way.
Yep.
So remember that. Also, you can't link new spline to old spline. The closest you can do is to lay a new spline, like, as close as in line as you can, and then just literally try and just jump the train from old to new.
Right.
But yeah, the loco should still run if you need to move them out of the way.
Yep. I may have to. I was gonna say I may have to pick them up and move them.
The best thing to do is when you get there is just find a nice open spot, run a couple of lines of straight new spline, and just re-rail all the stock out of the way.
Yep. Will do. So.
And then it's demolishing.
Yep. So you can see if I sort of click. Oh, I actually wanted to click the rail, but we'll take the ground. So I'm clicking the curved bits of rail, and you can see. Oh, yeah, go back to the screen. That does help. I know, I'm professional. So yeah, if I click, I want to keep this in the bloody rail. It's kind of telling it to delete everything, but it's doing it in little patches of. So there's that little bit of rail and that little bit of rail, and that was like a curve that went all the way to there. You can do this whole curve in one nice long spline now. It's better to do semi-long splines for curves because they still have the same number of points, so the longer you make it, the more stretched out the points are. So if you do a really, really big curve with it, it's not as smooth as it would be with smaller splines. Darktide, yes, that's the game name. I can name game names, yes. So yeah, I'm just gonna lay some new track, and it's gonna be cheap and cheerful. I'm trying to think if I just put it running this way, I guess. So if... Oh wait, I gotta press Y. But I could, have the track put down and do any of that if I wanted, or I can press H and have a nice straight bit of track, and actually, I can make that run for ages. Can I? Yes. And that is essentially one piece of track, rather than it being, that would be quite a lot of individual straight bits, which would eventually lead the track to look wobbly. So I'm just going to lay track down. So so we've got somewhere to throw rolling stock down, out the way, and then I can concentrate on rebuilding stuff. Right, end of construction is you, because I always forget. Alright, now let's start with this. Clear this out. Demolish this, restart.
I mean, the one thing you're going to notice as well, working on rebuilding the area, is just how many pieces went into just trying to make things look right. Like, in some places, you've got like 2 or 3 layers of balancing.
I just threw the locomotive on my head.
If you do get stuck in something, either track or whatever, sometimes you can free yourself just by jumping.
Yep. Ah, yes, yes. Lady Happiness and Gentleman Relish, of course. How could I
mean, that was another reason to save the railroad, is all of our lovely names.
I mean, there's that, but we could just, rename things anyway, but yes. Did I not? I didn't select it. God darn it. Can I jump through the window? Was jumping through the window a thing? It might be if I open it. Nope. 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 Yes. Nope. 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 Okay, let's try it this way. Run around. Oh, open.
Oh, blind, you so silly. Why you do that?
Right. I'm now holding a climax. Woo! Right, so that's them done. Let's clear out this. Ooh, all the bits of groundwork, really. I mean, on the plus side, all the groundwork is the old groundwork, which is still in the old colours, so...
I still had to use a save editor to remove some stubborn bits that persisted.
Oh yeah, I can imagine there's a few of those lying around. Hey Ozal, welcome in. How are you this evening? You join me as I attempt to rebuild an old world. Oh, this is going to take a while. So yes, everything looks like an absolute mess because they redid a lot of the models, so all the distances didn't work, things exploded off the track. Tired. Always tired. Fatigue. Fatigue never changes.
Everything old is new again.
Right, so let's pop a caboose dune. I said let's pop the caboose dune. Come on, game. Thank you. I'm going to need more track, I do believe. So the reason I'm leaving those tracks way out there is to give me plenty of room to rebuild, because I'm going to be demolishing a lot of stuff. No, that's... Why are you asking to re-rail the Bobber Caboose? That's not a Bobber Caboose. Game. Behave.
You found a mystery caboose?
No, I've tried clicking on a thing and it's thinking it's the caboose and it isn't.
It might be a caboose, it might be buried.
Oh, you say that, that might also be a case. I've got it to say flat car, so we're going to try and re-rail a flat car. I swear this is so much easier when you've just got your own miniature railway. You just reach in and do it. Couplings are usually a pain in the backside, though. Okay, yeah, I want the flat car to spawn in. Can you put it there? That'd be cool. Oh, the numbers don't work. We might need to look at repurchasing some of these things. I don't know whether they've had numbers that have moved, but this has got floating numbers on it.
I mean, it don't surprise me to begin with. I mean, yes, we could start rebuying them because they do have different color options now, but it's more we have the rolling stock still.
Oh, you can't sell, can you? Yeah, I forgot that part. Because part of me was like, "Oh, just sell it and rebuy it," but no.
Well, we can sell it, but we get nothing back to. I mean, then we have to earn money to rebuy it.
Yeah.
Oh, on the space case, I need to do that first.
By the way, none of the numbers are going to line up. Just FYI.
Least of my concern at the moment. There are more pressing engagements.
Why did we have so much rolling stock?
Because we put a shitload of time into this game and we did reasonably well. Which is kind of why I want to restore it.
Now is the time that I'm thinking, wow, that speed mod would be really useful.
We need to build more telegraph huts now.
Yeah, no, it's just the running backwards and forwards. We're trying to re-rail stuff. And it doesn't pick it up. Because the other side of me was just like, you know, I'd sort of take a look at what we have in terms of stock, work out how much it is, and then just start up a new game and edit in that money to us.
I mean, could.
But we'll go with this for a moment. The power of super speed compels you, yeah. The problem is that if I use the super speed thing, I end up having a very, very flaky game. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, saying that, it's just crashed again. Even talking about super speed makes the game crash. Yeah, I don't think it's stable. Especially with me having to re-rail everything.
Do you want me to shoot you the save file and then you host it? Because at least then, if I crash, you know, you don't lose half your stream.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let me drop a save. Oosh.
We'll give it one more run. We'll try with me as the host. Yeah, speaking of super speed, crash. Ooh. Whilst I'm sat here, there's an update for Phasmophobia. What's this then? Have a quick look at that.
Just so you know, it's a slot 2 save, so...
Yeah, that's fine.
Remember to pick that one instead of whatever you had for slot 1.
Okay, just a few minor changes on Phasmo then. Huh. May have to look to play that next week. I need to remember where the hell we save these things. Nope, that's Valheim. That's not what I need. Is it still doing it in the saved games, the R saved games?
Data local are saved.
Alright, cool. I want you to down. Sometimes my computer does things and I don't understand why. And then it saves it to a completely different space altogether. Thank you, game. Replace the file in that destination. Right, okay. Right, back to Railroads. This is the musical segment of the channel. Ooh. Wait. Does Nier Automata anime, or is that just a guy doing a screenshot of something?
What?
Someone's posted up a Twitter thing. It's like, great anime, love what I'm seeing so far, and it's Nier Automata, and I'm like, I didn't think that had an anime.
Yeah, it's a new anime coming out this season.
Nice.
Nier Automata 1.1. What the hell it's going to do, I have no idea. But
well, I mean, looking at that screenshot, it's certainly going to appease fans. I'll ping it to Sabre as well, because I know Sabre's probably going to be interested. Come on, game, load. There we go. Right, host. How do I know if it's in slot 1 or 2? Because it doesn't give me slot numbers here.
Just go for the one that has the most recent date.
It'd be that one then. Awesome.
Usually, when you start it up, it should default to your slot 1. So if you click over across, it should go to slot 2. And yes, as a fine connoisseur of the derriere and beloved fan of bunny girls, 2023, I'm going to be eating very
well. No, you don't need to spoop up for this. It's more for next week, I was thinking on that one. It's only whilst I was sat in Steam waiting for things, I was like, oh, interesting. Going super speed now in the game I'm playing. Cool.
Don't go played.
Yeah, I mean, the super speed's kind of nice when it works. But as I said, I'm just going to stick with top play. I just want it to work first, and then I'll worry about the rest later. Because the only other thing I can think on is if it keeps crashing with me here, then it's an issue with the machine, which is equally as possible, I guess.
It happens with well-known YouTubers and such. It's not an isolated case. It's a shitty coding case because the way the game has been made is very flawed. It's a very highly polished turd, but it is still a turd.
Yeah, so I was reading up on the Derail Valley game that I've got, and it's frozen on loading again. But yeah, the Derail Valley game, I was reading up, they've been trying to bring out a new update for it. and they basically explained why it's taken so long. Is essentially they looked at what they wanted to do, looked at what they had, and went, "What we've got is a turd. We need to remake this." So the reason that this thing has taken them a lot longer than they've said is, they've been remaking the game from scratch, and you still get those people who are like, "Oh, but you said you'd bring it." I'm just like, I enjoy what we've got. I mean, okay, the world to me. Oh wow, that was loud in here. The world to me is very empty. And that's the only thing I don't like about Derail Valley is there's no other people there. I mean, there's no other people in this, really, but at least the setting here, you sort of don't expect there to be other people. You're in the middle of nowhere. Where the fuck am I? Alright, I am where I crashed. Awesome. Cool. Right, so...
Yeah, the middle of nowhere works for railroads because you're a, narrow gauge logging / freight railway in the mountain. Derail Valley is like
in city. Well, not in. It's in built-up populance areas. It's got ports and all sorts.
Oh, what's that bloody movie? It's like the world apocalypse. There's one like Will Smith is left on his own or something. It's like
The Fresh Prince.
No, it's not Fresh Prince.
I know the one you mean. The zombies, but they're not zombies and all that.
But it basically just has that.
I Am Legend. That's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I Am Legend. Yeah, it's just that whole like Derail Valley is like you are the last human alive with the world's biggest train set.
I mean, if I kind of was the... Oh, sugar, did I forget? I forgot to put a password on this, didn't I? I'm going to get... Oh, Randall's coming in. Hang on. Live session. Oh, for crying out fucking loud. I'm doing really great at this. Right. Yes, everyone can see the password, but nope, that's not the right save game. Let's go with that one. But the people who are watching the stream, if they had the game on to join, that's not a problem. It's just random people coming in. Especially when we're trying to rebuild something like this. I don't want to...
Yeah, if you come in our server, you're coming to work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lollygag around, do bugger all. Putting you to work on the chain gang.
But kind of what I was thinking, because I was looking at restarting the whole game anyway. I was thinking of like if I could get enough people in on it, it would be turn around to people and say, right, what industry do you want? And then you are responsible for designing the layout of that industry and where the in and out is, and then you then need to connect to the next industry going along, and then they connect to the next industry going along, and then it's so on and so forth, so that I don't know, at least then you have your own little baby that's your area that you deal with, whilst also spreading the workload out across the place, rather than it being one person doing everything and whatnot.
As long as you're all on the same page about like where the tracks are coming into access your
Well, that's part of the thing is so it'd be from the forestry to the sawmill. You'd sort of say, well, I'm going to be coming in from this direction, so I'm going to get my end point, if you will, set up and work my way back to where I'm doing, and then the other person can then put that into their plans, and then they go to the next person who, it'll be like the smelter. I want to come in down this way, and then they can sort of try and figure out where they're going with that. Because it'd be nice to try and do this without the massive super long bridges. I think they can look alright, but I think we had too many of them last time. And I think it'd be nice to have some more of the cliff runs where you're going along the side of a hill. Um, that was loud again. At least another game's loading. Right, we are back. Again. I mean, the stuff like that trestle there can't be helped because you had to go over a hill to go down again, but I feel we could essentially have it as just one line in and out of this area. I don't think we needed the two that we had. Especially not when we're all running this, because I don't think there was enough of us driving locos to worry about conflict.
Well, I had nothing to do with that line.
Yeah, no, I was the one that built it, and I'm like, yeah. Because that went to the Great Wall.
I mean, we have the option to change that with this. If you don't want to do that bridge anymore, it might even be a case of we cannot do that bridge anymore because of the change in the gradient tools.
Yeah. I do know I have found a slightly better route to get here from the sawmill. Again, it was one of these. I was mucking around with Tachi and we were just trying out various things, and there was a slightly smoother curve because on this one we have that giant run up, and it's sort of a fairly steepish hill, and then it levels out. Well, what we did was a lot lighter gradient, but it was all the way up.
Well, again, if you want to relay that, we have the option of sticking with what we know, but we do have the option to change it.
Yeah.
If we feel there's a better layout, throw it in. It's just I'm wanting to rebuild this world because first off, we've got a lot of rolling stock and locos, and we don't have to grind to unlock them again. But also, we do kind of already have this is how we did it before.
Yeah.
So you can look at it and go, okay, maybe I'll do that way instead.
Yeah, try
Sometimes
something.
when you look at a blank thing, you're like, oh, I'm not exactly sure where to go.
Yeah, that is one of the things I found with starting a new map on this. Came out, brilliant, new map, let's go and play. And I was like, I don't know where I'm going. I could have done with something to follow. So yeah, having the I pressed the wrong button again. Having the old track as a guide would help. It's just sort of sitting down and figuring out, do I want everything that we've got, or do I just tweak bits here and there?
I mean, there are some things where I've looked at what we did, and it's like, well, that worked in the old tools, but it won't necessarily work now. For example, the loop around the ironworks, that was incredibly tight. And apparently now, while the rolling stock will do the 30-meter radius, the minimum you can do for the circle mode, all the rolling stock will do that. The locos will have a fit with it.
Woohoo!
So it's like, okay, now I want to try and like make the curves a little broader, and
at least it's easier to do that with the spines.
Yeah.
A lot of what we had laid out previously was janky.
Oh, deleting old track for relaying new stuff. The curves on it have been like silly, and I'm like, wow, did we really lay that bad?
And I suppose with the new splines, it will help make things easier because it won't be as many small bits of track. But it's like you can see on this, the track here has this distinct sharp turn there, and then it sort of evens out again, and then it's just sharp. It's not at all smooth, but it's because that is many pieces of track laid.
Hey, don't kink shame.
true, true. But also, we did a lot of laying of the track straight onto the floor.
Yeah.
Although I think that was something we were going to look at changing anyway. When
I think that was more a case of we started laying track and realized that we never had the initial track height correct to begin with, and the land started changing. It's just like, oh, we don't have a deep enough ballast shoulder now.
Is there an explanation between the different ballast types?
Basically, ballast 1, 2, and 3 dictate how deep that ballast goes. Theoretically, there is nothing wrong with just building with ballast 3. It's just basically you're going to have a big stack of ballast under the map floor.
Oh, okay.
But if you try and build a piece of track and then you get an air gap underneath where the ballast hasn't stretched down far enough, you won't be able to build it.
Yeah. So I'm just
That's where you would switch to the next ballast type or go, okay, this ballast shoulder is now too deep. This is where we now put in a stone thing or a bridge thing.
Yeah. The only thing I wish that could, that the game would let you do is put in 2 splines together to create a point. The fixed points are so...
That was originally planned for the spline update, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, it took them long enough to give us crossovers that weren't at 90.
I mean, the whole plan for not only the points, but the new spline track system was just to give us crossovers for any angle. The 90 crossover was put back in just as a stopgap. And then, yeah, the 45 was added later on, but it was still only meant to be just stopgap until the new spline update went in.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, it hasn't come in. It's still like 0.5 spline update.
Well, hopefully it doesn't break everything we've just done. Right. Let me figure out what we're doing with this then. I mean, I need to move all these at the minute. That's the next biggie.
You son of a bee sting.
Let's get some height.
I tried to re-rail a boxcar and it turned into a bowling ball that has annihilated everything I've stacked up over here.
Awesome. So yeah, definitely I think that bridge, because that's what's running down there, that's going to go. And I think that's... If I can get that line and that line to meet up so they separate, and then it's 2 lines running down either side, we wouldn't need the balloon loops at the end, would we? Because part of me is thinking if I could get a couple of straight lines and just a run around loop. So you pull in one way, you detach, you run the engine down and go the other way and off you go again. It all depends on whether I can get a line from there to go across and meet up with this line.
Oh, that's my game crashed.
Yay, stability.
Yeah, I'll load back in. You keep going.
I think what I'll do then is... I'll leave them carts there for a minute. I'll have to figure this out. I'm going to see if I can get a line from these... areas. I'm going to need to delete all that track. I'm going to need to move them. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I wish there was an easier way of doing this.
Balloon loops were not a thing for the sort of real narrow gauge stuff. Either switchbacks, run round loops, or Ys. And the simple reason for that was track cost money, and they wanted to spend as little money as possible.
Yeah, and I think I'd get more out of the game by having to actually do things rather than it just being a case of run, loco into station, load up, drive off, get to the next point, unload, set off, go. I think if it's a case of I've got to uncouple from one end and run the loco past and hook up and all sorts of stuff, I figure that'd make for a more varied game.
Definitely more involved game.
Oh, yeah, definitely more involved. But it's the kind of thing where if you're definitely there with somebody else as well, it could help.
Yeah, I mean, we basically put the loops in because of...
There was only a few of us.
Only a few of us. We would love, to get 8, 9, 10 players in, and we all running trains and throwing switches, but when it's just you on your own, and you're just like, this all takes time. And yeah, I'm now completely struggling to get back into the game.
Woo!
Oh. Every time I fire up your server, it just crashes on me. And it's probably because of the mess that's at the Ironworks. Because I use the re-rail tool like an idiot.
I mean, failing that, I do have a save here of mine if you want to try that to see if that's any better. One where I've started again, essentially. We could look to see whether that's more stable. Is it literally this one is so unstable because of what's here and the re-rail bug and all that jazz, or is it just the game? But I could give that a whirl if you want.
Could do. I mean, I would load up a whole new thing, but I kind of got fed up with it. And I was I'm just going to rebuild my old, rebuild the old world. Which probably when it's done, it'll be fine. It's just being a bit of shit.
Save in slot 2. Save. Go back. Right, okay. So we leave. I'll load up my other one if I can remember which slot I put it in. Play. Host. 2022, 23, 21, 22. Oh, wait, yeah, of course, duh. It was 2022 is last year. It's not that long ago. 23rd of the 12th. Right, so that would be the one that I want. Derperherb, let's go. So here we go again, we're loading in. Should hopefully be a bit quicker because I don't have that much here, and we'll see what happens.
Well, you've got homework now.
Yay.
Because I don't know what you were doing with the logging camp, but...
I don't know what I was doing in the logging camp. In fact, I don't think I've done much on this world looking at it. I think it's because I was prattling about Witachi more than anything. Yeah, I've done not a lot in this world. I've laid a little bit of track, I've run Betsy up and down, and that appears to be it. I'm going to run... Well, actually, when you spawn in, we'll both jump on Betsy and I'll find out what I've done, where I am. Because I've got wagons here, I just don't know...
Well, you've got the starting... You've got the starting wagon, a Betsy, and then a tier 3 Cordwood wagon. Which means you've made it to the logging camp, I would say. $2,000. Can I buy anything? I could get the porter too.
Are you on board? Oh. I won't worry about buying anything in a minute. I need to figure out what we've done first.
Avante.
It's your job to let us know when we're running out of track.
Ah, sweet. I've managed to load up the map on Extended. Yeah, you've got the sawmill and the logging camp kind of connected. I only have a map. My powers are useless here. Oh, we've got some telegraph houses.
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, there's a loading track built there.
That tree looks very close. Die, nature. Did I get that one? Yeah, I got that one. Cool. So this is what the game should normally look like with trees and stuff.
Man, trees are weird.
As you can tell, Sebastian's not part of Team Trees.
I'll be a part of Team Trees when I'm done building.
But all this track I've got here is all on the new spline stuff. So it's... I had a plan for here, I think. Don't know what it was. I'll have to figure that one out. I think a random spur of track going off, and I'm like, I don't know why I did that. Oh. Logging tool.
So you've got to loop around the sawmill that doesn't connect to anything.
Right.
I mean, it does the loading docks on the side of the sawmill, but you get to a crossroad track that goes to the logging camp, and then it just ends.
Okay, I think, yeah, I was probably trying to figure out what to do there.
Maybe that spur of your track was to connect up to here somewhere.
Possibly. Oh, that's a spicy meatball. Oh, that's spicy. That is very, very, very spicy.
Muy picante.
Did not want to take that corner at speed.
Muy picante.
Oh, I can always take you up if you want to hop on.
But yeah, slight little wiggle here, because I'm assuming you built the curve first and then put the crossroad in, and then was like, this ain't actually,
Yep.
This ain't parallel.
It's okay, just lean into the corner. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those where I forgot how tight that was, and I'm like, yeah, I really should slow down for that. I mean, nothing fell off.
You joined the bridge there. I guess you joined the bridge back there.
Where was it? A bit of a jump.
No, it was the like wide end boards when you finish a bridge. You know, there's just a random one sticking out the side of the bridge. I guess you joined two bridges there.
Oh, didn't notice that. Probably did, because there would have been a few joined on here. And thank you, Sebo. That's where the incline ends. But looking at this, I'm thinking if I can perhaps put a point in somewhere on this corner and have one off to the cordwood side, the other one is obviously to here. The only thing I don't have in place is a runaround loop. But with Betsy, I didn't really need it at the time. But that is, I think, all that I've managed to get in place. But I figure if I get the cordwood to run up along there and around, and then join up there somewhere, and then loop the two lines as one to that bridge I've built, I'm just thinking if I put the point out further so it's not that tight a curve. So I want it to be a switch to the left with the point on that side. Yep, give me ballast.
I mean, it's a bit tight for space, but you could potentially do a Y junction coming off your bridge.
Why is this now doing a very weird thing? I want you to, can you lay flat, please? Thank you. Could I? Let's have a look. So it comes off there. If I instead had this there, get rid of the other one. Or even if I put this at the end here. So you come off and you've got a line that curves off. Oh wow, yeah, that was, as you can see, that was a lot. So that corner goes all the way around to, in the middle of the screen there's the track. And that was one singular bit of track. It's the deadly enemy of the train, trees. And gravity. Gravity is also a deadly enemy of the train. Right, let's...
Well, I think that it was squiggle.
Oh yeah, there's probably squiggles all over the show.
You're standing right on top of one.
It's not that bad. I mean, we could delete it and make it straighter, of course, but...
But yeah, I don't know if you want to do like a Y junction, coming off here, turning off into the log side, and then do another one that goes to the cordwood side, and then do one in the opposite direction, so you have the option to then spin your train around.
I don't envision tender engines running up here, though. And I can always put a turntable in. I think if we need it.
You would drive in, load up, and then reverse the train back out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Turn it round.
Yeah, I know how the whole wire points work. I'm sort of thinking I could just put a turntable if I need that and have it so that it kind of like at Trago, you've got that end part in the station where they drive onto the turntable and it turns the loco around onto the loop around track.
Yes, it's a tactic I use a lot. But it was more if you didn't want to deal with uncoupling and running around, coupling up the other end, you could literally just drive the train in and then back your train out through the Y to get it in the forward direction for... Because otherwise, you just single track it and then just run the train forward and backwards. You probably wouldn't even move it. Again, railroaders back then were trying to spend as little as possible and do as little work as possible.
I'm trying to see if I can get this curve to be a little bit gentler. I don't think I can, because now I'm going to have to make it tighter to get in here. Or am I?
All the way up to that bridge.
Pardon, what, sorry? You tron for a brief second, I couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah, I think you've got to move the point further closer to your bridge.
Oh.
I think you're too close and it's going to be too tight of a turn. It's that, or you're going to be like tank engines and like the geared locos.
No. Oh, I do wish those buttons were not that close together. Maybe potentially spicy. Should be alright. It's a bit wobbly.
I mean, your track's not essentially parallel to your loading dock to begin with.
I mean, there is that. The track is not parallel to the loading dock, yes. It's because I tried eyeballing it in.
Because if we realign it, you could probably get rid of this little zigzag. Can you just put something back in just so we can use the logo?
That'd be an idea, yes. Can I put the track in first?
What you did?
No! That's why I was running off to do it.
Okay.
Whoa! Letty, come back! Woohoo! Physics! Oh.
Okay, you re-rail that because it might bugger up on my end.
Yep. We'll go grab the wagons. Reroute the wagons. I think we've just discovered how to make high-speed travel.
Do you want just plain track, or do you want me to run a bridge like I do my loading docks?
I mean, you could do that. Right, they're on as such.
Right, well, you get rid of the train.
I mean, it just did. Did you not see it? I don't like the fact that these never re-rail with the wheels facing properly. I've already got one in here. Got one in here. Got it. Cool.
Did you know that these are all just an illusion?
What, the wheels?
Yeah. Apparently the hitbox for the bogey to the track is literally just a sled. It's just a box on the track, and you know, the wheels just animate.
Alright, she is down at the points. Well, there you have it, folks. That's how you go about sending a train into orbit. Drive it off the set of tracks, but only slightly, so it's just dropped off, and then lay new track underneath it. And watch as it yeets itself to oblivion. I suppose with the bridge as well, it's easy to see where it's straight and where it isn't, I guess.
Now, are you going to like load 2 wagons at a time and then shunt them off and then push another 2 in? Or are you going to run like a row of wagons in and?
Well, I think my plan was I was only going to have like 4 wagons or so. I weren't going to have like a massive long train for these. Because it's one of those, I think with 4 wagons you can do the run up and down, and it keeps you busy enough to be doing the runs up and down whilst the sawmill's chopping them up. So I figure just running some track out at the end and then sticking a buffer on it for now.
Should be long enough for a bunch of wagons. Although, did you want an actual run around loop?
I don't think we need it for this because I said it's going to be fairly light in terms of the loading. Oh, wrong button. So it's only going to be like a small loco doing this so it can run forwards and backwards. The cordwood, yes. I would want to run around loop on the cordwood one. I'm just going to see if I can't get this track to go. Let's get the track building menu up. It does help. And then set that to 1 degree. Press that a couple of times. Press that. Okay, so if I go bog straight, I am running into the building there, but if I... No. Because I have to do that, alright. Ooh, no, actually, wait, is that gonna... 1 second. Yeah, it does that occasionally, I just remembered.
Oh, and when you place it, it goes normal.
Yeah.
Would you have any preloaded wagons stored up here?
I've not got any loaded wagons.
I could put a little like yard here that you can just stick a bunch of preloaded things in.
It's not something I would. Again, it's the way that I was thinking is it's you're only really going to load up to fill up the logging lake.
Okay.
So it'd just be a simple case of it's a simple run up down job.
Let me just add some ground then.
Because I was going to have things like the water tower and whatnot at the other end, because you'd do all that before coming up here. You know, this was going to be very bare bones. So I know that on our old server we had like servicing stations at like every point. I was thinking for this it'd be more main areas that would get that. But I don't know if you want to put in the cordwood line. And I can... Yeah, if we put the cordwood line in, we can then start getting it to meet up where we need it to then. But this, I was thinking, would have a run around if we're going to have room for it, that's the thing. Oh, curse these docks. I don't even know if we'd have room for a run round loop. We may have to do like a siding setup. So you load up 2 wagons, pull them out and then put them into a siding, decouple those 2 wagons, push the next empty 2 in and so on. So you're putting 2 in at a time. It's a lot of back and forwards in. But I think
I can stack 2, maybe 3 lines side by side, so you can transload 4 to 6 cordwood wagons, and then yeah, you would do a throat and pull them out 2 at a time.
Yeah, that might be the better option for this line.
Could also potentially do like 3 or 4, but you would have to load 2, push the train back, load the next 2, transload it, and then shuffle.
Well, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to fit, because part of me was thinking of having the turntable. No, that won't work. Damn it.
Wait, if you're talking turntable, you know, it's the big one will fit the 48 and a box car, so you can actually pull a car on, turn it, and move it.
Yeah.
The smaller one will do probably like a Betsy
Hang
or
on.
something.
I need to look at what the 48 is.
The big hecking chonker.
Oh, that one. Right, yeah. Okay. Is that the one with the stupidly placed lamp at the back? Which isn't there on this one.
It's the one where the lamps have disappeared. Yes.
Oh, good. It's not just a thing. It is a known issue. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lamp that sits here, and it's very awkwardly placed, in my opinion. And the Shay, yay! I'm so excited to try and get hold of a Shay.
Terrible.
I want a Shay. They just look weird. So
I mean, we could use a turntable as a point, like Traeger, where you drive on and then put it on around. This is the small turntable, and we haven't hit the tree line, but we could remove trees and go a little deeper.
well, that's fine. Because what we could, so if you had like the other lines, oh god, I don't know, would we be able to fit other lines in? I suppose if we didn't have the bridge loading area, if we had other lines in there, but then I'm thinking,
I could put 2 lines there, and then the run round would go around the other side of
yeah,
this building.
that's what I was thinking, was the runaround would go around that way.
Yeah.
Is this just a test, this one?
Yeah, I accidentally misclicked.
Okay.
But that's the small table. The big turntable. Turn bigger. You're clipping over this loading dock here,
Oh, yeah, no.
so I'd have to push it out further off
Yeah.
into the tree.
The small should do, because again, we're probably not going to have the big stuff doing this run. Yeah, it does. Does it let me turn this where I need it? And then we lay track from this. Does it do that?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, they finally fixed that with the turntable. I'm like, thank you.
Oh, I probably should have lined it up with the other track and put the buffer stop on. Let's do that first. Break.
I'm gonna have to rebuild that anyway because I need to line it up with this track.
This is lined up, isn't it?
No, because I'm having to build it so I get the spacing right for the transloading.
Okay.
I also need to remember how long the car is.
It's about this long.
Oh, I need you gone. Do that again.
You spin me right round, slowly right round.
So, the crane's on the middle leg. It's about that and a half.
It's going to be like a magic trick. I'm going to do the world's slowest 360 spin, and then as I come back, the track's all going to be laid. And everyone will be like, ooh, sugoi. Thankfully, we clipped through that tree.
I'm clipping through both platforms now. Yay!
Yeah, it's close enough for good work, as long as it is going to cause this thing to explode. So unless you want to push it out a bit further, but I'm fine enough with that. G. Bumper. Why there's no ballast option? No clue. We have to place it, and then we place our own ballast with blackjack and ballast. They don't really have a way of like placing this under the thing, do they? I have to sort of do. Oh, what the? Oh, fuck. How do you? How did you get the ballast underneath? Do you have to lay it first? Oh. Yeah, that works.
The brick is easier. The ballast in this game is just weird. Brick is easier. As long as you remember to change the toggle from rail to ballast. That's now... right.
I love the way it's got fish plates, but there's... Does it do it on this side? No, it doesn't do it on that side, but there's fish plates on this side.
That piece specifically has fish plates on it.
Oh, right. Okay, I was really confused as to why there were fish plates there.
It's dumb, I know. Just don't move the table.
You probably wanted me to line it up before you said that, but go on.
Does that look silly?
It might not be perfectly lined up, but yeah, why is it? Yeah, it looks a bit. What? Why would you have this?
Well, I was trying to keep the stone as a marker for lining up the car.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry with that.
And I'd like to put stone on the turntable things, because if you do the normal track, from there...
Ah, the ballast goes through.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just do it all with stone.
Yeah, you have it all stone.
Yeah, that's fine. I kind of get used to where I have to stop anyway, so you can use everything else around you as a marker if needed.
That is too far.
Science.
It's trying to get it just so that when you hit the bumper, it's in the right spot.
Is this line supposed to be straight?
Is it not straight?
Just stand where I am. Or look at the stream. Either or.
Oh, for the love of... Well, there's an easy fix for this.
Hammer. Yep, that works. Is actually, is that... Actually, it doesn't need to... Never mind, I was having a dirt moment.
Oh no, that would look dumb. It was like, I'll taper this back down to the ground. It's like,
No worries,
no.
Seba. There's no need to drag people in. People can come in if they wish. I'm not too fussed if they want to. I appreciate that this probably isn't the most exciting for a lot of people watching. It's just going to be like just looking around with a set of tracks.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Toot toot.
Choo choo, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's fine, Saber. Greetings, Volon. Welcome in. How are you doing this evening? We're just mucking around in railroads. We were trying to rebuild the old world, but we were having issues. I still think what we want to do is look at the old world, take inventory of what we had, and then just basically just get it back here. You know, we'll get the money and just go, yeah, this is the new world. It's the same as the old world. Is it a bit scummy? Yes. Does it save us having to redo a lot of the hard work that we already put in? Yes. But I think the old world is gone.
It's fine, I'm working on it. It's probably just a mess because the cars are everywhere and there's that stupid re-rail bug. As soon as I tidy it up, it'd be fine.
Finally back in Blighty. Hey, just in time for all the crap weather.
So, you'll drive in here.
Yep.
You can drop 2 cars off there and transload across. Oh wait, how are you going to drop 2 cars?
Yeah, I just thought of that one. Unless... Unless we do have to put a shed up here with the Betsy. That's the only thing I'm thinking of, is we have a shunter dedicated up here. So that you'd pull your loco in, and then the shunter does the freight movements whilst your loco runs around ready for next.
Well, it's you bring your load in, get your loco off round to the back, and then it can.
Yeah, or it could do it. Yeah, because they don't do single sheds, do they?
No, it's still the massive 4 loco double shed.
Because I feel a single shed would be brilliant. Just I forget you can't press escape. Would be brilliant just for having a shunter on standby.
Do you want this point this way, or do you want it that?
I've been trying to have it so that the point, the actual throw lever is on the turn off point, so it would be on the other side where possible.
I mean, do you want the diversion track to be on the right? Or do
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine as is.
Or do you want it to be that way?
Nah, no, the way we've got it is fine. Because this, to me, the straight is the main track.
Right, well, now we're going to work out a way to get around these buildings and link back up again.
Well, what I'm thinking of doing is if we lay the curve around to the bridge, so then we can figure out where we can fit a point in to then reset the curve.
Okay.
So I'm not going to worry about putting ballasted track in, because we're going to want to peel this up. But it just gives us an idea of where we're going. I keep pressing the wrong side of buttons. Alright, so... No. That one... What the hell have I done with this? Oh, there we go. That's... So I want that to do that because I want to see how far around I have to go. Which one of you is Uncle Georgie? Uncle Georgie? That might be a reference I don't get. Where is... Oh, it's over there, I think. Will it let me do this? Let's see. Is the game gonna let me do this?
Yeah, if the track doesn't render but you get a lock symbol, it will add the track in.
Alright, okay. Oh, I didn't want to start that. Accidentally.
If you don't mind, we're just going to push the train up onto the corridor track.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's gonna need me to chop trees down. Or at least a tree. Or two. Launch? Nope, it just fell over.
Nope, that's the wrong line. Bricks.
I mean, you could put it on that line. It's not going to be an issue, is it?
I want to just double check that bumper position.
Ah, right, okay, okay.
And I need a cordwood wagon.
Okay, so I still think that's going to be too tight.
Oh, it's a hideously tight curve at this end.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take a rough stab in the dark and say it's gonna need to be here. I want it to be facing that way.
I mean, I know I said that, you know, the 30-degree minimum is the, you know, the wagons will take that. You're not meant to take that as an actual challenge.
Yeah.
Yep, that's spice.
Let's watch the spice. Come on, old man, jump! Do it that way. There's just a little bit of spiciness to it.
Oh no, this bit is fine.
What about this bit?
That is pedestrian compared to the actual starting curve.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be deleting it anyway because I'm going to be putting in other track. At least it linked you up so you knew what you were doing. Let's have a look at this so-called tight, spicy curve. Delicious, yes. That is... chef's kiss. Spice. Love it. Boop.
Okay, it's too far forward. Right.
I want to say they're more case on emotes. She was playing a game I managed to catch her a little bit. I don't know what it was. It looked like a Yakuza style game. which was in this very adorable, like, bunny-eared, fluffy hoodie. Ooh, this is going to get spicy if I try that. Okay, let's put you there. Let's demolish this. Let's put it here. I don't know if it helps or not, but I always try and line up the starting track and the ending track. So that, you know, in the direction that they need to be.
I think it does help. Not by much, but it does. That's better.
Chili pepper in the spice. Lots. Although we have now got rid of it, so we should be alright. There you go. That should reduce the spice. No, it was the spice must go. Launch? No, damn it. The problem is now I've got the chili pepper stuck in my head, but then I've also got the Weird Al version stuck in my head. Probably something to do with that I listened to at work the other day. But yeah, I think you'll appreciate that curve a lot more. Could probably see about doing something similar, maybe perhaps for the other line. I don't know how I'm going to be able to swing that around. So if I take the spur off here and take it round to the turntable, because we're not going to need anything else on here, are we?
Don't think so.
Infected Marrow, thank you very much for the follow there. Hello, welcome in. We are just mucking around in some Railroads Online. For some reason I remember I need to scram and rebuild my Kerbal install. Yeah, I was playing Kerbal the other day because it came out free on Epic, so I started playing it the week before, but then I played it again yesterday on just the science mode. That was fun.
Oh, bloody hell.
Many Kerbals died to bring us these plans. I did kind of make a slight miscalculation in a deorbit burn. Famous last words was, "What's that great big shadow that's there?" And that shadow turned out to be a planet. Actually, I need to put the line where I need it. So yeah, I kind of turned into a really explosive lone dart. Lone dart, even. Lawn dart. But hello, welcome on in, welcome in. Ah, I see, Seba, so this is your friend. Hello, welcome on in.
Well, that.
Yeah. True, but it is fun to, because I was trying to use the basic science mode, so you're doing the research as you go along, and I managed to get it so I went sort of in orbit around Mun. It was a very loose orbit that then spat me back out with limited resources and fuel. I was kind of impressed that I managed to do it, and I just messed up the deorbit burn. I must have set it for like the next part of the orbit, but the orbit went through Kerbin, so I'm there like, oh, I need to speed up time and everything. I'm like, why is there a shadow there? And then it's just straight in. But ho hum. Right, let's turn this so we can No, wrong way. I want to go that way.
Yeah, that track is still a little spicy.
Which one? What, the new curve?
The track coming off from here, it's a gentle curve and it's a really sharp right where it connects up to the point.
Oh, I'll have to. Stop! 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 I forget this thing is a sod.
It has inertia.
Yep, yep. But I think what I might do is I might do a few more. Break. A few more orbital runs sort of off stream because it's going to be the same stuff I'm doing just to get the science points, and then we can look at getting out to the moon. Aero braking rapidly become lift braking. Aero braking rapidly become the way to disperse parts over a wide area. A sudden and uncommanded disassembly. Ooh, that's nosing down.
Yeah, it's because I've still got my descent thing done, but it was just more place it and see how it looks.
Yeah, that'll do. Right, I'm going to have a quick look at this one. See what I can do about that type point. If anything. At this rate, I might need to see about moving the bridge. I'd rather not, but, you know. It's not that spicy. Especially not compared to the other track. This is gentle.
Oh, that's the first one.
Oh, right, okay. You mean the other point. Alright, yeah, that's got a bit of spice to it. Boop. Alright, let's try doing that one again, just without the sharpness.
Picante.
No, God damn it, I wish I'd stop pressing that button. Choo choo, mother truckers. Hey, oh, Carol, how are you this evening? Welcome on in. I'm pressing the wrong buttons continuously.
I am Optimus Prime.
Right. Is that going to be too spicy? Potentially, maybe yes. No. That should be alright. That should be alright. It's a bit tight, but it should be okay. It's a tight curve, sir, but it checks out. Oh, you... I was trying to bring the line down to meet up. Now there's no point.
You want the lever on the diverging side?
You need to stop dumping all the cayenne pepper into the... Yeah, I'll do my best. I make no promises. Look, I just like to make things interesting, keep the drivers awake and all that jazz, you know?
I've shortened it by 5 meters just to ease it in a little easier.
Okay.
Although again, we could flip the point around so that the straight is on the siding rather than... And then that would remove this little S-bend, but you then add the S-bend in by actually going through the points.
Yeah. It should be alright. I think it looks worse than it is. Run Betsy through it. Because the other thing I'd have to do is basically bring the track close to this one, swinging it in, and it's gonna be an S bend going in. But it would ease that curve out if I widen it out a lot. Oh, you full sending?
I see.
So shall I try extending the curve out a lot more and basically do a wide S bend into this?
Nah, it'd be fine. You're not planning on running big crap here anyway. Oh, shit.
Did you forget to brake?
Kind of. And forgot to realign the turntable.
Oh. Do you need me
I'm
to
gonna
re-rail?
go with a cup. Tea in a cup.
Why are you peeing in a cup? Oh.
Yes, on the plus side, that should line up all right up against the bumper for that crane. So the first wagon should line up as well.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So it should be alright. It's as long as if nothing else, the 48 can get around. But I don't know. Now I'm thinking on it. I'm just like, do I just say fuck it?
The 48 and the geared locos are going to go through that. It'll be fine.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna have a look at the other track then, see if I can't make that a little bit smoother. I just feel that this is it could be wider. Give us a better run in. And I know it's only going to be small stuff going in, but we'll see what I can do to make it somewhat easier. Alright, so I want this to start going that way.
Do you want a shed or something up here, or not bothered?
No, we should be alright. If we're not really worried about having like a pilot loco up here, I'm not going to worry about a shed.
So you don't want any servicing or water towers or whatever?
No, I'm going to have all them down at the sawmill.
Okay.
Because the idea being that you're going to essentially be starting your runs in the sawmill as such, so you won't really need, because you'll basically sort yourself out down there.
Yeah, I think if you get rid of this here and start your first point closer to this bridge, you should be fine.
Oh, sugar honey, I see that's not going to cut the mustard, is it? Sorry, you said get rid of this here, and I'm looking elsewhere.
Go back to the first point.
Yeah.
Right. Get rid of this stone up to about, like...
Yeah, that's on an incline.
What, here?
Yeah. The incline stops, I think it's about here. But what I could do is, looking at it, let's go for a switch left. Yep. Pop you there. If we just go straight, so we get rid of all that, we put the switch in here, and then I just link this up with that. regular Okita adds Buster Plus to her Noble Phantasm. Oh, cool. Let's add that. Oh, you've done it.
It's weird, but it works.
It's got a bit. There's a little bit of a shake, a shimmy and a shake, but it should allow us to get a better corner.
To be fair, that's your bridge. The end of your bridge is curved.
Yeah.
And I don't want to delete the bridge because I don't know how far it goes back.
Probably quite a bit, to be honest. Oh, I didn't want that rail. Not Okita. Oh, Osaka Behime. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I would have done that more as like Osaka or Osaki or something like that, but Oki to me comes across as Okita. Alright, so let's pop you there. Let me...
I was laying a bit of track and you just laid right on top of it.
Oh.
Should be that one. Yeah. Okay.
Can you do us a favour then?
Okay.
Can you delete the tracks down to the loading bay on this side? Should only be, I think, 2 pieces. That's fine. That at least gets me down to the loading bay.
And this bit?
Yep, yep. That should be a better curve for that. Demolish more. Most people shorten her to Oki are... Yeah, Batty makes sense. Ooh, could be Nora Batty. We'll get them stockings on.
One thing that I have been doing with when I've been building is when I build a point, I put a little like straight section straight after it on each leg, just to help with like spacing and things.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
Also, you know, you can delete a section of track and not completely annihilate it.
I can be compo if I wish. Alright, let's see. Can I now get this to meet up with the other one without it being, you know, horrifically spicy?
Well, now that we've opened up a bit of space, we can pull that point a little further back.
We'll see if we need to, really. Oh, actually, yeah, because the other curve is a bit... Let me at least get this one lined up. And then I can sort of walk backwards with it and we can put something down. I just want to... Alright, so we're looking at about that. Let's perhaps go here? How does that look? That doesn't look too bad on that curve. Oops. So I'll see what it looks like when I join it up here. Boo-be-dee-be-doo-be-doo-doo-be-doo-doo-be-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That don't look too bad. Just see what it looks like on the other side.
Looking a lot better. Oh, no. No.
Oh, no, 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 no. I think that extra bit of track that I put in to straighten it out didn't work. Let me delete that, and I'll relay going more from here.
Let me have a go.
Okay. I'll join these tracks up. I can do that without breaking the game. In theory, maybe. And oh. Dingleberries. Some bit of a shimmy to that one. Well, fudge cakes. I guess I'll have to just delete this. Rah! Andrew Boyle, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in. You join me as we prat about a bit in Railroads Online. I'm just trying to figure out how to lay track without it being too spicy in the corners. Something that I am not very good at, but I try. Alright, so let's pop you there, and then with this, I want to try.
Okay, it's going to be 45-meter radius, and then it's going to snake back in.
You do things like look at radiuses. I just look at it with my eyeball and go, yeah, seems good enough to me, Gov. I think that's where I'm going wrong with this.
That's not too bad.
Where do I read the radius? Is that what the alignment? Oh, that's just the alignment, isn't it?
Definitely more of a balloon, but yeah, it's a nice consistent turn.
Okay. Actually, before I start doing stuff, what does this... This one should now all be nice and smooth. I just want to make sure of that before I go, yay, and delete the other side, and then suddenly... Trees! Bees. Oh, Gordon. Yeah, It should be alright. It should be alright. I'm probably just laying far too much spline at once, and that's what's causing the spiciness.
New plan.
Hmm?
Shit, I need you off.
Let's demolish that. And that. Do that. But the spice, it must flow. It's got a bit of a little bit of a warmth to that. This is stopped. Is that? Did you intend on stopping the loco?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm just rebuilding this.
Oh, I get you. Don't worry, I'll make sure the local's got a fire and all that jazz.
Okay, so I pulled the points all the way back.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, it works.
Your diverging leg is for your siding, your straight is for your main line.
Yep.
Be gone.
I think we should be right on these corners.
It's a 45 radius, so all the wagons should do it.
Hmm.
And probably the smaller tanks and the geared bogey stuff will run it at, good speed.
Oh, shall we wrap this up with a delivery of logs?
Can do. Or do you want to get some cordwood for the freight depot?
I mean, we could do.
Yeah, tree.
I'll back up and get the cordwood. Where is the tree? Oh yeah, there's a tree there in the middle of the track. Launch! Launch! No, it's falling over, damn it.
They don't launch unless they're buried in groundwork.
Oh, is it just groundwork now? Because it used to be ballast.
Well, ballast / groundwork.
Oh. Hang on, have I got the... Oh, I can't zoom in. I forget. No, I'm on the wrong line.
No. Oh, wait, yeah. You want the siding.
Yep.
I'm on the way.
If you want to put a thing in the back of this. Coupling, that's the word I'm looking for.
I will when the wagon stops eating me.
Look, the wagon's hungry, okay? It's been a long day.
Yeah, you'll be able to just drop 2 in here and they'll line up with the cranes. Dunk. All pinned up.
Okay. I have no clue about whistle signs. I'm just blowing the whistle because, there are specific codes.
I wrote a whole article about it.
Yeah.
It was in our newsletter.
Yeah, but I don't have that in front of me. Can you do the point for us, please?
I was busy.
Are you trying to find the list?
Trying. We'll look in the Discord.
I would, but then I lose the OBS overlay. I was just seeing if there's a way I could have a look at it, but no, the way I've got it set up, I'd lose OBS.
Alright, 2 cars. 1 car. Half a car. Quarter. That ought to do it.
Are we too close to the dock? Because that looked like it went over the edge.
Why is it doing that?
Son of a bitch. I could try the other one if you wanted. I doubt it's going to make a difference, but...
Go on. That means I gotta relay everything, including the turntable. Ah!
Aren't you glad I decided to wrap up the stream by doing a goods delivery?
Look at me.
Gee.
Ah!
I mean, it's crazy because the crane actually does sort of go over the wagon and to a point where it could drop it onto the wagon, but no, it goes all the way 180 and then... Wait, do these take codewood on these wagons? We're not being stupid and we're trying to put it on the wrong wagon now, are we?
We are being stupid. That's not a cordwood wagon.
That's why it's not going on.
Here, 2-1.
Let's just go get some logs.
I keep forgetting the cordwood ones just have the fences on them.
Yep. It is 11:30. That's my excuse and I'm sticking with it.
Oh well. And tomorrow morning we're playing with the real things, just miniature ones. Well, I'll be playing with the miniature ones, fixing it.
Sorting out the whistle. Or are you just leaving that for this season?
Yeah, we'll leave it for this season. You can screech all you want.
I forget it's actually so much easier to drive from here.
It's where you turn the front car around so the brake wheel's at that end, so you have both Betsy and the black car brake.
Yeah.
You know, so you can actually stop the damn thing. I just did a test log on this, and it should go in the right spot. It's not dead center of the track, but it should be enough to land on the car.
No, Betsy, you're going the wrong way. Come on.
If not, I'll have to pull that out a bit further across.
This corner looks a bit... Still need to work on that.
Yeah, that's Old Spice. 2 car, 1 car, half a car. Stop. At least this one works.
Well, yeah, we've got the right thing for it. I'm just trying to... Come on, close, you silly thing. There we go.
Train Clicking Simulator 2023.
Who knows, it might eventually get around to making the cranes a bit more efficient. Well, along with the spline updates and...
Soon we shall have a railway with nothing but Uinta Malays. 2662 tank engines.
Boosh. Alright.
100 car trains.
Yeah, let's go deliver this lot. Oh, wait, let's do this properly. Open the window. But yeah, I'm probably going to have to relay this just to, you know, make it less...
Yeah. Standing on top of this wagon and looking at it from up here, it's like gentle, 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 tight, gentle, gentle, gentle.
It's just a little bit hot. It's like a mild korma.
Look at me.
I would, but I don't know where you are. Oh. Yes. Thankfully, we don't have any tunnels to go through.
I am John Railroadson.
Ba, 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 ba.
Sure, it'd be a shame if I unload these mid-trunk.
I'm just hoping that I haven't got any really spicy corners. I'm not breaking it at the minute. I'm just letting this roll.
What percent is this?
Fish. You're asking me a question. Look, I laid this back in December? I may have slept since then.
It's no excuse.
Oh, we're actually slowing down, I think. I don't think it was that steep, to be honest. One, maybe two at most. I'm not, like, Heist and Khan crazy with, like, 10. Yet.
I think when I had a go at it, I laid 1.5. Apparently, you can do a 0.5. But you definitely have to, like, use a lot of track length to get your height with the 0.5%. But it's doable.
Oh, wow, I actually managed to stop. I didn't think I would do.
Aha! The $60 is mine.
Yay!
I have $2,060.
Woohoo! Alright. Well, let's head back to here. So I shall wrap this up here. That has been an evening of Railroads Online. A few technical mishaps, but we got there in the end. But yeah, that's pretty much all the game is about. You build your lines to your different industries, and then you try and run a loco down it. You find out what the spice is. You flatten out the spice, and then try again. Launching locomotives into the sky is not mandatory, but can be done. But yes, thank you very much for everyone who turned out to watch. Thank you very much for the new follows as well. I do hope you have enjoyed what you've seen. I will next be streaming on Tuesday at 7 p.m. GMT, where I'll probably be trying to finish up some art. I've got some I need to be done. Need to be doing, I should say. I can English. So, yes, that will be the next stream. Then I've got Wednesday, 7 p.m. and Friday at 7 p.m. as well, where I will be doing random games. Friday again, I'll be going back into Kerbal Space Program. We'll be trying to do more science and less murder of the crew. But it was in the name of science, so we're okay. Oh gosh, what's he doing now? Should I be worried?
I want to see if the bug still works. Jump in the porter.
Okay. Should I be like in the porter controls or just standing in it?
I don't think you need to.
Nope, I'm still stood here.
You might have to be in the UI.
Right, okay. Let me get into the UI first. How is it? Just look at it and press F?
Yeah.
Alright. Give me a minute, I need to get in. There we go.
Pointing the wrong way, damn it.
Nope.
Oh, we can't launch the trains into space.
I already did that earlier.
There was a bug with the re-rail tool where if you were on the train and then someone re-railed it, sort of held it in the air, and then you operated the controls, the train would just steam off up into the sky.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Well, I wasn't operating the controls, though.
I figured since you were talking about Kerbals and launching trains in space, it was just like, let's launch one. It's like, no, it don't work.
Anyway, on that bombshell, we shall wrap it up. So again, a big thank you to everyone, and whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are, it's been a pleasure having you here. Until next time, toodles.
Bye.